Hi, today we're going to be making a charm as an ice cream charm, and we're also going to be showing these things that I got from Real Mini World. So the first thing that I got is a Real Mini World blender. It's really cute. It comes with instructions and everything else. And so it comes with a battery pack. And you're going to have to plug it in like this, like so. And then it works like that. It's really handy if you like making miniatures. The cap comes off like that. Big shout out to Real Mini World for making this for me. They're so nice. So we put this to the side for now because we're not going to be focusing on these for the whole video. It's usually mostly going to be the ice cream charm. So we put these to the side. And then they also gave me this knife. It's so nice, actually. It's very good craftsmanship with this. These two came together. Real Mini World is the shop's name if you want to go there and buy something. These were $54. Very nice, actually, though. And so what we're going to be making today is an ice cream charm. You're going to need this. And you're going to need a needle. And you're going to need polymer clay tools. Like a thread holder, a toothbrush, and some pink polymer clay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open the polymer clay. Am I right? It's the only thing you really need to do. And so you're going to open it like so. This. And then next you're going to take the polymer clay tool, knife, and you're going to only want to cut one strip, but make sure it's completely clean, like this. This much. And then put the rest to the side. You're going to take half of each. We're going to make 2 tiny ice cream scoops to fit on this. So you're not going to want too much. Make 2 tiny balls. So you're gonna wanna roll them and roll them and roll them really, really well. Because if you don't roll them too well, they're not going to be usable. So just roll them with the folding technique is a good way to roll. And so after you're done with that, you're going to shape them into a ball like this. You're gonna wanna put them in the very middle of this. And you're gonna wanna take this, and since you need the needle, you're gonna be doing like texture around. So as you see, can make some texture if you like. And so after you're done with this one part, you're gonna wanna keep on making it from the top to see which way you're gonna like it. And so just texture it, and then you're gonna wanna keep it on there. Take a toothbrush. And just texture it. Don't press too soft because then it won't pop up on the ice cream. It's just gonna stay the same. So if you actually want a real nice texture, go a little rough. Not too rough, just a little rough. Take your pin again, and if there is any sides that you want to finish up, give them a touch and just like texture them a little bit. So it's gonna look like this when you're done. Then you're gonna wanna gently take it off like this. And so once it's like this, you're gonna wanna put it down and just make sure to take the brush lightly and do the bottom. You want to get some texture on the sides too. So as you can see, it looks like an ice cream now. One little ice cream scoop. I choose the pink color, but you can do whatever color you want. And you can just take the needle again. It doesn't have to be a needle. It can be anything sharp and pointy like a needle. Just something like this. Mostly just use a needle if you want the best results. And so after that, you're going to take it and you can make a face. So to make the face, you're going to use black, and to open the black part, you're gonna flip it open. It could be hard to open from one angle, but don't worry, you can always ask an adult to help. See? And then you're not gonna want too much, because if you take too much, it won't work at all. So you just need a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And with this tiny bit, you're gonna take it, split it in half, if you can see that, and make it into tiny circular balls. Really tiny circular balls. If you can see that properly. So with those tiny balls, you're gonna want to place them on the ice cream exactly where you like them. And so you can make them even tinier if it doesn't fit your ice cream, if you're making it tiny. So take this part of your tool, like a nice ballpoint, and make a tiny hole here and a tiny hole here. the balls that you got and pop them in. But if there is any like wrong points in your video, all you have to do in this video, I'm just showing you this tutorial. You don't have to do this if it's not perfect. If yours is perfect, if it's not perfect, like, you have to do this. Just smooth it down. Make sure the surface is nice and smooth. And you can take your needle again and just smooth that out. And you can make a mouth again. It's optional. I'm only gonna make one tiny mouth. You can glaze it all at the end, but for the mouth, you're gonna need a really tiny, tiny, tiny piece of clay. Okay, so you're gonna need to flatten it like this, and then use the knife to make one line here, if you can see, and one line here, and here, and here. Not too many lines, just a little bit. Just be creative with it. It doesn't have to be perfect, because leaves have a lot of lines, so I think this is honestly way too big, so you can just cut off a part or two, pinch the end, cut off some more, and as you can see, it's a leaf. You're gonna put that to the side, and here, that there. Here it's flipped over. You guys can see it now. And now over here, you're gonna want to make one more, but since you already have a big one, you want to make this one super, super tiny, like really tiny. So you're not gonna need the rest of this. So just put it back where you found it. And so to make this really tiny leaf, you're gonna pinch one side and make the other, then flatten it and use the bristle, make little lines. Ta-da! And put that one to the side as well. Now, since we're done with that part, we're going to have to make the strawberry. So the strawberry isn't that hard, but you really need to pay attention to what you're doing, since you're gonna add all those tiny seeds into it. And you're gonna have to open this red. It has to be a light red, like a strawberry.
Yeah,
Not too dark, okay? So I only cut off a corner, and we're going to have to shape this into the tiniest strawberry you can. Maybe I'm gonna get a tiny bit more, not too much. Just a tiny bit more. Oh, that's a little too much. Just this much more. And so, just do this. Then lightly pick off any specks of dust, because we don't want any in there. And then just knead until soft. Knead, 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 knead. And then for this, you want to see. So you're going to shape it into the nicest strawberry shape you can. A nice chunky little strawberry. It has to be chunky or else it won't look good. Oh. And hesitation. So make it look good. So yeah, just roll it around. Do what you gotta do. And so yeah, I finished it. And so when you're finished, you just need this, like a needle, literally. And you're going to pick tiny holes in there. Tiny, tiny holes. Now that I'm thinking, you really don't have to add any black spots in there, because that would be a lot of work. So just make a bunch of tiny holes, shaped like seeds, in the strawberry. And so just do it all over. You don't want to miss one spot, because then it'll just look unrealistic. Do the bottom. And so now you're done. So you can see it now. Now we're gonna do like the same process. Just put these away. Okay, so and then now one of the last steps is to just on camera. I'm gonna do this. Take this, and with the needle, same needle, we're gonna poke a tiny hole in the middle, center, and just lightly rub it with nail polish. Only also very lightly. And then do the same thing with the hairdryer. Guys, you have to do the same thing with the leaves. I know that's sort of ridiculous because the leaves are super small, but doing that with the leaves will give it the best overall look. So you only have to do it with the big leaf. You don't really have to do it with the leaves, but I say to do that, so. Okay, I've finished this part now. All you have to do is attach the leaves. You can use the needle very ever so lightly to just stick it on there, I guess you could say that. Like this. And then take the second needle, the second one. Oh my gosh, this is a bit big. It's way too big. Okay guys, off camera, I did some work, not a lot, and I made this leaf tinier. Yeah, I think it looks nice. So now, all together, take this. All together, we're gonna need this, our ice cream soup, and dish. And to put it all together, put this one in the top. This one.
Is it a charm?
On the side.
It's a charm, right?
Yeah. And this one on the very bottom. I'm not sure which way to put it. Yeah.
I think it should go on the top.
I think I should make it like
Sideways, yeah.
something like this, yeah. Here. And if you like, it can be all wobbly. And then to hide, the parts that you really don't like, just take some red clay.
So cute, oh my gosh. It's a charm.
Take some red clay, not too much. Open it. Only take like the slightest bit of it. The slightest bit of it. And take it back up. Put it back. And take that tiny bit and put it onto any bit of the charm that you don't like on the back. I don't like this one part is sticking out. So just use a needle and carefully attach. To just hide up that part. And if you're having any trouble with the leaves like I am, just try to stick them back on as so lightly as you can. Like that. And we're done. Happy crafting. I hope you like this, guys. Here we go. And it's also twistable. I'm going to put it in my packaging to show you a picture. But for now, we finished. Hope you guys like it. Bye.